You will work the world down.
Bitch, I will.
Sit up a little bit.
Yeah, sit your ass up.
You look good today. Did you change anything?
No.
You didn't take any of my tips?
I don't have bottle lashes.
Hey guys, my name is Bob the Drag Queen.
And I'm Monet Exchange.
And this is
Sibling Rivalry.
You came to my house in a good mood today.
I'm always in a good mood, Bob.
That is not true.
I am always in a good mood.
No one is always in a good mood. What kind of weirdo are you that you're never in a bad mood?
No, that's you. You think that because you're always in a bad mood. So
I'm not always in a bad mood.
Survey says I'm bad.
Wait, but you tell me you are never in a bad mood. You don't experience days where you just like not feeling it.
No, that does happen, but not.
Can we roll the footage of the day in the basement where when they had it with me?
When?
We were talking about that, we just said like,
When?
yup.
When?
I don't know, roll the footage.
You always rolling the footage. Roll the bitch. Give me some concrete evidence. I don't know. Roll.
So wait,
it's
you
in
never.
there.
In a bad mood.
I'm not saying I'm never in a bad mood, but in reference to these last couple of days,
No, the last couple days you've been great.
Why are you saying today I came in a good mood?
Because you were particularly chipper when you skipped through the door today, honey. You was just like feeling it. Like you got some
I
good dick
hooked
last
up
night
with
or
that
something.
guy that was on meth, and so I'm like, well, here's the thing. I hooked up with him, and I literally, as soon as he left my place, I like deleted Grindr. I was like, I can't do this.
That is crazy. You had a bad hookup and you came in my apartment feeling good about yourself. You're just
Wait,
like,
because I think I was like, you know, everyone goes to this when you like have the moment you're like, Grindr is toxic.
Grindr is a place that can be toxic.
Well, it was toxic for me yesterday, and I was like, I can't. So then I woke up. I got some sleep. I woke up this morning. I was like, I really felt like the weight of the world was off my shoulders when I woke up with no Grindr app on my phone.
What's the first app you check in the morning?
Instagram.
Same. Second app?
Grindr.
For me, it's Twitter.
I do Twitter after Grindr.
I don't do Grindr first thing in the morning because I normally don't want to hook up in the morning.
I'm normally into hooking up whenever.
I mean, midday and late night. But late night grindering is a dangerous. That's a dangerous neighborhood, Miss Thing. So how long are you up before you grab your phone?
I don't really have a time frame. I wake up and then I like get my consciousness together and I pick my phone up. I don't really
Seconds.
know. Seconds.
Seconds.
Work.
Not even a full minute.
Well, you also don't have you.
I don't have clocks.
Right, you don't have clocks. You don't have a TV like I do. Like I have like things that I do. Like I put my TV on. If it's like around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I put the View on. Then I'm like, oh, phone.
I know. I mean, I wake up. I don't have a clock except for my stove, and my bitch is not what it used to be. So I grab my phone. I'm like, and the first thing I do is see what time it is.
Got it.
And then I'll kind of get my bearing a little bit, but it doesn't take me long to get my bearings in the morning, to be honest. And then I just go straight to Instagram. So it's popping on the gram.
Also, when you wake up, Bob, you wake up like you are a toddler, like you are like a baby who just came into the world. You're like, I can't. And you like, it's like you don't know how to use your words. You don't know how to walk. You're like a newly born baby.
That's like you at 6 p.m. Bumping into
First
shit.
of all, get the joke out before you try to read. But anyway, it's like open Grindr in the morning because then I can like if I need to like set up appointments for like with trade for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? I'm like, if you hit me up at like 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, hey, I'm busy right now, but what are you doing later at 7? So you know what I'm saying? I like to know what trade I'm gonna get later.
Work. Can we read our Grindr profiles?
No!
You can say no. You don't have to.
Wait, what did we read it?
I'm going to read what my profile says.
I deleted it. I really don't. So I can't.
You don't remember about what it said?
My Grindr profile had like the tongue emoji on it. It was like No, just the tongue.
Oh, like.
And no, just the tongue.
Oh, no face.
No face, just the tongue. And it's like hair for fun only.
What do the wet signs mean?
Like, I don't know, like
make it wet?
No, I feel like it's like.
The peach is ass, the eggplant is dick. What is the wet? What
the
is
wet
it?
is like when you like licking ass, or like sex. It should be. I don't know. I think
it sperm?
It's not sperm. I think it's just like wet, like fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I never understood.
Like juicy.
I never understood it, but I mean,
do you use it?
No, I don't get it. I don't get
what is your credit profile say?
My credit profile says proximity is sexy.
You are expert every way. I know you. Keep on going.
And then beneath that, I think it says, I'm not gonna meet you for coffee. And then I think it also, I can't remember. The most thing it says is proximity is sex. That's like my main. Yeah. Oh, and it says I'm not gonna ask for a picture.
Oh, you kill me with that.
I mean a face picture.
I know I need a face picture.
I need a face picture. I said no. I'm not gonna I'm not asking you for a face picture. You need to have one, and I'm not asking.
Got it. Got it. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Mine says just for fun only, capital letters.
Fun like sex fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you all don't know out there, if there's some straight people watching this, fun is sex in the game in Grindr lingo.
And I says if you're less than 3 miles, don't bother messaging me. Basically,
more than 3 miles away.
Yeah, if you're more than 3 miles away, like don't even. Especially in New York City, like don't even. Because if you're less than 3 miles,
but it's 3 miles, you're in Philly,
right? You know what I mean? The worst is that we're right on the West Side Highway, so people
motherfuckers in Jersey.
I'm like, fuck off. You know your ass in Jersey. Ain't nobody trying to fuck with New Jersey.
I ain't getting on a PATH train for dick.
Even though I have a car, I have driven distances for trade. One time I drove out to. This guy hit me up on Grindr, and it said he was like 20-something miles away. I was like, gross. But I probably met him when I went to Fire Island. Like, you know what I'm saying? What?
I'm just mouthing 20 miles.
And he ended up being out on Long Island, like before an islip. It was Central Islip. But I mean, the pictures, girl, I was like.
But what was the juice worth to squeeze?
So here's the thing, I got there, and then we were talking the whole time, driving there, in my car.
You were texting and driving?
Yeah, shocker.
You know I don't like when you do that.
Bob, you do things I don't like.
But that is dangerous to you and people around you. I do stuff like or like be grumpy. I'm not hurting anyone. You could fully kill someone texting and driving.
Okay, just shame me on the internet.
Yeah, I will. I used to when you used to fucking live and drive.
Anyway, and then literally when I was like 5 minutes out, he stopped responding. So
Wait, 5 minutes from him?
From him. So I had drove about an hour.
Did he give you location?
Minutes, location, everything.
Bitch, I'm showing up. Oh, I'm showing.
No, Bob.
Even if I'm not going to your house, I'm honking the horn. I am causing.
Then what? Are you gonna look crazy? He come out his apartment with a fucking shotgun. Then what?
Okay, that is. The chances of someone coming out with a shotgun are so small.
I'm saying violence.
I'm in a car.
Bob,
you will atone for your mistakes. And I'm not saying I'm going to do anything like dirty to him, but if I drove all the way to Islip,
yeah, an hour and 45 minutes.
It's quicker to take a flight to Iceland, okay?
That's just not true.
I am going to honk my horn, cause a scene. Your neighbors will know. I'm passing out literature to each people's doors.
Like it's like
beware.
That scene in I'm Bringing Down the House. You ever seen the movie? No. You Bring Down the House with Queen Latifah and Steve Martin?
Yeah, but years ago I saw it.
Well, he kicks her, because she's an ex-con, and he kicks her out of the house, and he's in this like really ritzy neighborhood, and she's like, that's why he like this black pussy. And all the white people start coming out, and he brings her his eyes.
Yeah. But I still wouldn't hook up with him. I would just be mad that my time had got wasted.
I was mad, but it's like, whatever, here we are,
Yeah, honestly, in reality, I probably wouldn't do that, but my go-to is revenge. My go-to is like exact revenge. Exact revenge.
You're also crazy.
And I want exact revenge, bitch.
Yeah, that's my Grindr profile.
Work. Yeah, I think it's pretty fierce. Now, I want to talk to you about shaming in the gay dating world.
Oh, girl, the list.
Well, let's talk about kink shaming.
I'm not about kink shaming. Also, I'm Wanda, who I'm about trying everything. I'm pretty much open to everything except shit.
My rules are no puke, no shit.
Oh yeah, puking.
No
too.
blood.
But also puking can like not real puking, but if you're like really going ham on a dick, you could vomit a little bit.
I also do like a blowjob so sloppy that you have to wipe your ass afterwards. Like I do like a cleanup on aisle 3. But
have you ever sucked a dick so hard and you like vomit a little bit?
no.
Really? Then you ain't sucking
Monet,
dick, girl.
I'm telling you, I just I can get a lot. I've said this before on the podcast. I can get a lot down.
No, but that's not even. It's about the ferocity of sucking the dick.
Monet, I just don't have that. That's not a thing with me.
I don't think you want it bad enough.
To vomit on someone's dick, you're right.
Okay,
I
not to
don't.
vomit. It just brings up a little mucus.
I haven't had that happen.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of gagging here and there, but nothing like.
Nothing to write home about.
Yeah. Nothing to write home about. Now, what I want to talk about kink shaming is I feel like there are 2 fetishes, 3 actually, that get like when you mention them, people are shady about it.
I'm like, what? What are they?
I think it's piss, I think it's scat, and I think it's fisting. Like, I feel like if someone says they get fisted, people are like people's gut reaction is to be like, ugh.
Oh no, I don't think that at all. I think the only one that's
Maybe
like
you're
that,
open-minded though.
but not even in my conversation with people.
Not just as your mind open.
The only one that I think is, and I'm not trying to shame it, I just don't get it because that is just does with smell is scat. Scat is the only word with me. And literally everything else, scat and throw up. I think the kinks that have to do with like
Beat
really,
up, boop, bop. Skibbity beep bop bada boop. Beepity boop.
the kinks that have to do with like a very crazy odor, and those are the ones that to me like I'm like how can my dick get hard when there's like shit involved? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it doesn't speak to me.
But if you're into it, I guess.
And I think what it is about.
Because you fuck people. Have you ever fucked someone and they weren't ready?
Yeah, and there's a little bit of yeah.
Yeah, and that grosses me out.
I feel like the reason why people are like their minds can't wrap around fisting and rosebudding, which if you don't know, fisting is when you put your entire hand in someone's asshole.
Not even, bitch, your whole arm.
It can go up to the arm, but once you get past the wrist, it's fisting.
True.
Right? I think it's just child's play. Once you and rosebudding is when your innards are coming out of your asshole.
Yeah.
And it's red.
Prolapsed anus.
Yeah, it's a prolapsed anus. And I think the reason why rosebudding does that to people is because
It looks painful.
Is because it's gore. It is seeing someone's insides on the outside of their body. And I think that we naturally have like, oh, if someone's insides are outside their body, they're in danger.
Yeah.
So I think that seeing a prolapsed asshole, I don't think it's like necessarily shaming, but it's like people are like, oh my God, this looks dangerous, it looks painful, and this person's needs help.
Yeah, and but also when it's like all prolapsed and out like that, and it looks like a saggy red bag, and then you see someone like, have you ever seen videos of people who are rosebudding and then they're like slapping it?
Yeah, and they rub it and hit it, and
I'm like, I think
and then
you're right.
push it back in.
I think you're right. I'm like,
it's gore.
I'm like, how are you not in pain from feeling that, bitch? If you stick the dick in too hard and I'm not ready for it, I'm screaming.
Well, you push something in this, something's pushing back at you, Mister.
Girl, it looks like they're giving birth to an alien.
So I think that is why people tend to shame that, and I think that with fisting, I mean, I really don't know what it is.
Have you ever fisted someone?
Never.
I have.
Not even one time.
I have.
I want to. I want to do a video of me in full drag fisting 2 guys, and then when I pull my hands out of their, but I want them to be in harnesses wearing unicorn masks. And then when I pull my hands out of their ass, it's covered in like rhinestones and glitter.
That's kind of fair,
right? If we can get just 5 more Patreons, we can afford it.
You can get,
Hi guys. If you love our podcast and you would like to help support our production and gain access to exclusive content on Patreon, you can do just that.
When you pledge a monthly payment of your choosing, you'll gain access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content that isn't available anywhere else.
The more pledges we get, the more we will be able to dedicate our time to creating more sibling rivalry content. It's a win-win.
We have 3 tiers for you to choose from to pledge your monthly donation.
For our first tier, you can pledge $1 a month and you become a stranger. For this price, you gain the knowledge that you have supported us. Appreciate that.
For $5 a month, the next tier is a cousin. You're not one of our siblings, but we're totally related. You have access to our locked feed and get to see exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footages. You'll also be supporting the continuation of Sibling Rivalry.
Yeah, cuz you can come to the cookout, but don't come to my house.
With your shoes on.
With your shoes. Take your shoes off!
Take your fucking shoes off!
And our last tier is sibling. For $10 a month, you came from the same pussy as us. You are one of our siblings. You have access to our locked feed, to see exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footage.
Footages.
And you are a huge supporter in the continuation of Sibling Rivalry. If you do not support us, we assume you're racist.
Oh, not assume. I know.
I bet you be watching Trixie and Katya.
I bet you watch Whimsically
Volatile. I bet you subscribe to Race Chaser
Uh-huh.
with your white asses. You know what? In fact, if you white, you need to be a sibling. All black folks can do $5. All white motherfuckers need to subscribe more.
Stop, you're scared of people.
Okay, you're right.
We'll see you guys next time, and we love you. Bye. This is a story which I used to tell in my one-woman show, just like for like a random shock factor, and then I think you're like, Monet, do not tell that joke. It's just
no, I told you to change the end.
The ending, right? Right. Oh, right. And I did, and it worked. It worked. Your suggestion worked. Look at that. Good advice. Anyway, which, by the way,
you are scratching me the house down boots. I got this ashy ass arm because Monet keeps, for those of you listening, she just keeps rubbing this sequin jacket up against my soft.
I try to exfoliate your fucking dragon skin,
mahogany smooth skin, velvet chocolate.
Anyway, no. So long story short, I was, the guy hit me. This was back on Scruff. Have you used Scruff, by the way? Do you like Scruff on Grindr?
I prefer Grindr.
Yeah, Scruff is
honestly.
I'm sorry, not Scruff. Jacked.
No, I'm not gruff enough for Scruff. I know.
Scruff, Chicago, Illinois,
60652.
You know that?
Of course.
In Atlanta?
And I know right to me, Stickly, P.O. Box 963, New York City, New York State, 10108. That was the Colonial.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What I'm saying is, on Scruff, I don't have any body hair, and I don't have a beard, and I don't test well on Scruff.
What about Jacked? Jack is for hood. Okay, here's the thing. When all these ads are coming around, Grindr back in the day was very white centric, and Jack was for hood motherfuckers.
Do you remember the song Hood Nigga? I keep the perk by the pound, the trunk stay ain't nothing running down. Hood Nigga, I'm gonna play the game how I go. Wait, 5 bitches, big brown black domino. You remember that song, right?
No.
Oh, that was what.
See, but what we just showed you guys that black people can always be on rhythm. Can you imagine Patty trying to do that? Clap it on the 1 and 3. Clapping on the 1 and 3. So the fishing story.
Eureka knows the song.
I'm sure she do. This is me. Anyway. Anyway, so the fishing story, this guy hit me up on Scruff, and Jack, and we were talking back and forth, and then he, arranged the details. Yeah, I can host. And I normally host. Okay, do you like to host or travel?
I prefer to host, especially in a hotel. I treat a hotel like a rental car. I do not respect that space. I don't do anything. Bitch, I will be in that motherfucking hotel trashing shit. I don't give a motherfucker. I feel bad for the people who have to stay in that room after I leave, honey.
Well, imagine what may have happened before you were there.
Girl, hey, honey.
Anyway,
I trust the cleaning staff.
No, seldom. Maybe I can count on one hand how many times I've ever traveled for dick in my life. Because when I first started fucking around, like on apps back in New York City as a really fucked up kid, on Adam for Adam when I was like 14, had a really bad experience where I went to this guy's house.
What age did you say you were?
I would say I was 18, but I was full on 13, 14. Anyway, and this was back before the schools would like block the websites. I would full on be in my school
trigonometry.
Not on my phone, in the school computer lab on Adam for Adam checking messages.
Oh my God.
Oh girl, it was terrible.
What was the Adam for Adam noise? No, that's Grindr.
No, that's Grindr.
It was.
I don't remember. No, it was like a radar. So I was like. Or something like
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
because my old man in the Bronx, her Adam used to be popping all the time. I would be like, my God, this noise is literally in my dreams.
So I never. Bad experience. So I was 14 and I went over to this guy's house, and he was an older man. I want to say he was in his 30s or something like that. And I think when I got there, he realized I was not 18, and I was still on his couch, talking to him and stuff, and he was like. I think you have to go, whatever. And then as I'm walking out the door, he takes his foot and kicks me in my back out the door. Isn't that a mess?
He was like, if I don't sexually abuse this child, I will physically abuse this child. Let me try now. First of all, I will ID you.
Really?
If I'm at like a college show or a club that's 18 up and you say you're 20 or 19 and I'm like if you say you are, I will still ID you.
Bob, I would not treat my ID.
You need to. Then you're not getting no dick. Get out of this room.
Word.
Take your brown round back downtown because it's not going down.
That makes it so unsexy. It gets like. So,
I'm not about to fuck a child, Monet.
But if they say they're 18, believe them. When people tell you who they are, believe them.
Yeah, except when that could end up with you in jail. But I don't do it like if someone's like if we're in like a club that's 21 and over, but if we are in at a club that's 18 up, a lot of these places are 18 and up,
yeah.
And then someone from Grindr writes and they say I'm 20 or I'm 19, then I'd be like I'm just gonna need to see some ID.
You see, that's where we differ because I do not.
But also, it's funny. That's crazy to me because you have tricked men under 18 into having sex with you, and you still
trick them.
You lied and said you were older than you. You just told a story of trickery and deceit, and then you're like, I never tricked anyone. So you know that that's a real thing.
It is a real thing, but also you and I do not enjoy hooking up with fans ever. It's not about fans. It's about
but
if they saw you at the club, they know who you are.
But also sometimes I'm not performing. It doesn't matter if that's not the point. The point is if you are of age under 21, I will take your ID.
Yeah, I mean that's smart, especially now that bitch with Me Too going on, and you're a fucking public figure, bitch. They will get you. You're gonna be over here on your own head, kiki on your couch watching R. Kelly. Bitch,
then I'm gonna go off the screen. But it's not about it's not that I like hooking up with fans. I like hooking up with people who find me attractive, and if you're a fan, that doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, I can. Once I know that you like seeing me from the show, I'm like, this is not gonna work out well. But because we see how it all worked out for me in the past. Anyway, so the fisting story.
My boyfriend is a guy that I met from Grindr who knew who I was.
That's true too, Jacob. But Jacob he's unique. Jacob is fierce. I like Jacob.
He's great. Shout out, Jacob.
All right, we get it. You have a fucking boyfriend. Anyway, the rest of us are trying to make it. So the guy we were talking on Jacked, and then we attended to details. That come over to my place. Boom. I never traveled, but I was like, whatever, I'll do it this time because it's really hot. Got to his place, and we were kissing and stuff, making out, and then he had never mentioned any type of fisting. Those are not on the menu for the day.
Yes.
So he got to the room, he sucked my dick a little bit, I reciprocated, then he just got on all fours on his bed, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna fuck him. He was like, no. He pointed to his bedside table with a clear measuring cup with a thick, you could tell it was like a thick, clear substance. And then he was like, I want you to fist me. And I was like, what? He's like, I want you to fist me. And I was like,
I don't know if y'all noticed, but they got honey baked hams in her wrist.
Bob, your hands
Catcher's mitts.
Your hands are huge. Don't. Your hands are bigger than mine. Also, your fingers are fatter than mine.
That is
at least my fingers are in shape.
Look up here. Someone in the room, whose hands are bigger?
My fingers are at least in shape.
What do you mean?
Honestly, both of your hands look the same.
Yeah.
But your hands are fat.
No, I'm wearing light colored nails. They just look bigger.
So he was like, I want you to fist me. So then I got in the thing and I lubed my hand up and I fist. First I went to like this.
And he was like, nah, punch fuck.
And then I went this and I got like to the wrist and he was like, now make a fist. And I was like, are you sure? But also his hole it looked like a normal type.
Yeah, it's elastic.
And I went in.
It's elastic.
And I went with the fist. And then, here's the thing. I went in and I started doing this. He's like, no, don't turn your hand around. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
You're not turning butter, bitch.
You're not supposed to turn your hand. Butter. And I went all the way up to my elbow, my big ass arm up to the elbow in this guy's body.
Okay, so one time when I first got to New York City, I was hooking up with this guy and I was fingering him.
Oh.
So I got like a finger in and he was like, come on, use 2 fingers.
Oh,
so I
not come
2.
on.
And then he was like, use 4. So I put 4, but like up to here at this point. And then he goes, just try to put your hand in. Just try. And I said, okay. So I've got my hand in there actually. And then he was like, can you put your other hand in?
Okay.
And then I was like, so
you did fist
No,
someone.
but listen, but I wasn't like doing, maybe I just got the terminology wrong. So then I put the other hand in, and I'm like this, and then he goes, now can you try to push like up to your elbows? And I said, with both hands? And he was like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I said, okay. So I'm pushing, he's like moaning and like sweating, and I get up to the elbows, and then he says, and I'm not kidding you, he goes, now clap. And I said, what? He was like, clap. And I was like I was like, I can't. I literally can't. He was like, it's tight, isn't it?
No, he did
No,
not.
just kidding. That never happened.
Oh my God, Bob, you are so... You're the only one laughing.
No, that's not true. They're all laughing. You're the only one not laughing. That was
Because I was
You're
genuinely...
invested.
I was like, that
I'm a good
is
storyteller.
weird. No, you're not.
Now, do you feel like there is a big bottom shaming issue in our community?
I really don't feel like that's a thing because
It used
I feel
to
like,
be, but not.
Oh
so
yeah,
much.
not so much. I think nowadays everyone is just like if you're I think bottoms are really feeling empowered these days. The bottoms are the Me Too movement. They were the Me Too movement, not the Me Too movement, the women's movement of the 2016.
Let's go. Okay. Do you identify as a bottom? Do you identify as verse? Do you identify as a top?
I'm definitely verse top, but closer to the top spectrum. But because I have a nice gluteus, guys often ask me to bottom, but I do not get any pleasure from bottoming.
I wish that I was a bottom because I feel like no one enjoys sex more
Than a
than a
hungry
bottom who loves
Girl.
getting, like, I mean, no one is having more fun than a bottom who loves to get dick down.
I've had in my life, I've had lots of tops in my life, obvi, but I've only had 3 tops who were fucking everything, and they all had huge dicks. I'm like, I guess when you have a huge dick, you need to know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
I reckon. I don't
great.
think I give off like bottom energy, so I don't attract. I mean, I don't give off, so I don't attract a lot of tops.
I attract a lot of tops.
I also fully, I guess, in this stage of my life, I've realized that I guess I'm just full on like. I think that now I'm end up in like oddly enough daddy territory, which is weird because I'm young. And I'm not like daddy age, but I do feel like when I was younger, I could not get guys my age to hook up with me. And now that I'm 32,
Younger guys want you.
like 21 to 25-year-old guy, that is really the group that is particularly interested in me.
I cannot.
You're allergic to it. You literally can't even deal with it.
I cannot tell you. Okay, because you know how
You like daddies?
No, I don't like daddies. I've always been into. I'm short. If you're short, I literally don't. I just can't. And you hate that.
But also, I mean, that's not a thing with age. Like once you're 18, that's how tall you're gonna be.
I haven't even said what I'm gonna say.
Okay, I was assuming.
So one of my only hangups was short for a long time, and it's still I'm not just short guys just don't do it for me.
No offense, Patty.
But now it's younger guys. If you are younger than me, I physically just do not find it hot. I can't unless you're super tall.
The only thing I'm not particularly
with
into
younger guys.
is like big guys. And not like a little chubby, but like if you're like really muscly or really big, I'm not into I'm not into guys much larger than I am. So if you're like a little chubby or you have a belly, but if you're,
dad bods are fucking hot.
yeah, I'm into that. But if you're like big muscle dudes don't really do it for me.
Yeah, and they all
And like big guys, if you just big up, that's just not my thing.
Well, I've had a big muscle guy who has. It's hot to me because then they just literally, they manhandle it this heady. They grab me around, toss me around. One time, this guy literally picked me up and turned me upside down. This is a lot of ladies to be flipping upside down.
Was it Arnold Schwarzenegger? Who the hell? Was it Juggernaut? Who the hell came over to flip your ass around? Bitch, you were hooking up with an X-Man.
Anyway, and he flipped me up, girl. That's so hot to me.
I mean, that's fair.
Also, like, has anyone ever hit you? Well, have you ever hit someone up and they're like, "Sorry, I'm just not into black guys"? Does that happen to you?
I once hooked up with a guy in Canada who mid-sex was like, I'm just not into black guys.
Oh, boner
In the
killer.
middle of sex.
I mean, was his dick hard?
No. And I think this way he was like, I think I'm just not, I wanted to try and I'm just not into black guys.
Word.
And I was like, I guess you just told me that right to my face.
To be fair, I seldom reach out to people. Like, I'm on grind. I let people hit me up.
When I go to town, I just do a slow, hey, hi.
Oh, I don't do that.
Hi, The house down. The house down. The house down. Hi.
Oh, no.
I throw a wide net, a very wide net.
But
also, I'm the bitch who, if you do not respond to me after a day or two, I will block you. But only because it's only in the area that I live in. Because if I live in this area and I say hi to you and you didn't respond, you're clearly not interested, and you were just taking up space on the grid from someone who might want to fuck me. So you are a space. You are doing nothing for me. You're not interested in me. I'm not mad at you. But you're just there taking up. You gotta also, like, when I go on tour and like I see all the queens.
Oh, you block all of them.
You block them all because they're always the closest 10 people to you.
Well, I just block friends. Period. Do you block your friends on Grindr?
I
block all my friends.
I block my friends only because they're taking up space. It's not because I don't care if you're on.
No, I don't care. I just don't. Also, I don't need my friends to know when I'm trying to get dick.
I don't care if my friends know I'm trying to get, because I usually tell them anyway.
Well, that's true.
I'm usually like, hey, I'm going to get dick. So for me, it's not about a shame around getting sex. It's just you are literally taking up real estate for a guy who might want to have sex with me. And if I want to talk to you, I would just say hey to you in person, or I'll text you.
And also, I'm like, I'm never going to hook up with this person, so why would
exactly, they're just taking up space. So if I think we're not going to have sex, I will block you.
I'm into it.
I mean, I don't think there's. Do you guys? I mean, you guys don't have mics. But yeah, that's why I just. And it's only if like, and also sometimes I'll see a hot guy who has changed their picture, and I'll click message and it already says hi. And I'm like, oh, I already wrote you. You're not interested. Block.
No, what I hate is that when you block someone, especially in this fucking neighborhood, and they just recreate profiles all the time, and I'm like, I have never responded to, and I block them every time, and it's so annoying to me, girl. Do not message me. This is your 14th profile that you made these same fucking pictures. No.
Sometimes I get a little bit afraid to block people who've written me, because I'm like, what if I see you in the street and you be like, you blocked me, motherfucker?
Oh, I know. Why do you care?
Because I don't have an awkward moment in the street. I would rather block them because I got rejected than block them because I won't respond, or they keep sending aggressive photos and like keep blah, 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 then I'll block them. But if you wrote once or twice and I wasn't interested, I just usually just ignore it.
Block? They're taking up space.
You're right. Sometimes I do block them. Sometimes I be like, you've been here for a long time.
No, you pussy. You scared to block them. Say what you just said. What you say. You a fucking pussy.
That's not what I said. I also don't use pussy as a derogatory term because I respect women. Wow.
Iris is back there living her life. You hear this loud bitch?
So that's how I feel about. I can knock him out. Oh yeah, you bitch. So that's how I feel about Grindr. Oh, and how do you feel also about like?
Have you ever used Blender?
That's when you.
Iris.
Special guest. Who do you have? What is? There's no Blender.
There is Blender.
There's not a Blender.
There is the app. Mitch, do you want to verify this?
What's Blender? Tell me what Blender is.
Blender is another app that you can get straight on.
Blender. And it's for gays?
It's gay, straight.
Okay, this is just straight up stealing. Grindr, Blender.
You know there's liquor for lesbians?
No.
Yes. I'm not.
It makes more sense to call it scissor.
They call it liquor.
Bitch, I am lightheaded. This wig is heavy.
Why did you wear the wig?
Because I want to look good.
And I was
it's hard to do on Grindr.
What?
This is hard. So me and my partner look nothing alike.
Right.
So it is very hard to find someone who's into him and into me.
Y'all are literally night and day.
Yeah, it's like Amadeus and
Jacob is full on 4'11" and maybe 90 pounds.
Jacob is 5'5", and Jacob is probably 125.
I want to see a ruler. I don't believe it. Jacob is a actual little person.
That's not true. It's not that I have anything against little people. Jacob's just not one.
And you are 6'2" and about 293. How much is it again?
Who is this bitch talking to?
How much is it?
I'm not saying how much. You tell me how much you weigh. That's how much I weigh. I got a scale in the other room. You want to find out how much you weigh?
No.
Then we can move on.
Well, y'all are like drastically different.
Yeah, and I'm black and he's Jew.
There are black Jews out there, you know.
Yeah, but he ain't one of them. And it's not what you think of when you hear Jew. You don't think Sammy Davis Jr. or the Lost Tribe of Ethiopia.
Is he Jewish?
He is Jewish, yeah.
You know those like crazy black Jews that be in Times Square be like,
the
black Israelites.
Yeah, the black they are crazy.
Girl, crazy.
Wearing dresses, talking about how gay guys should be wearing dresses. You're in a gown. You look like a Power Ranger. Sit down somewhere. Abraham.
Abraham.
They kill me the most.
Oh, I know they got to get nervous.
This was a good one.
It was good.
This was lit and popping handy. You are just fully digging all of you. We stay in our noses.
I'm just scratching right here.
I was really trying to get a little coke out.
you think I'm Bianca the real? you know Bianca like saves it for later.
No.
Yeah, girl. She keeps just a little bit. She go.
Also, so we need to let you guys know an idea that we have. And tell us who you want below. Monet and I are thinking about sending out clone of Willies to several drag queens.
Yes.
And then we will put all the and Monet and I will participate.
I'll do it.
And we're not going to say whose they are, but we will line them all up and be like, these are the dicks of famous drag queens.
I can imagine we just saw like a collection.
And like you never know who.
And you never know who it is.
But these are.
Oh my God! How about we get for every guest we ever have on the podcast, they have to do a clone of Willie.
That seems a little.
I mean, everyone from fucking Alex Newell to Leslie Jones.
Yeah, this feels like we might get a lot of no's. A lot of no's. All right, thank you all so much for listening to our podcast today.
Yeah, this is fun about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you. Oh, we don't have to write.
Me. We don't need to write some podcasts.
That'll work.
All right, peace. So you don't like Love You Sis. Do you have another suggestion?
Love you?
Love You Sis, you hate that one. You hate goodbye. You hate moi. You hate have a nice day. You don't like thank you for joining us.
You're not.
I'm being extra. We'll do whatever you suggest. Which I've said before, but you don't suggest anything.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. So stupid.
Last suggestion was see you next time.
Was that Monet's last suggestion?
Yeah.
It'll come to us. One
We haven't. It's Love You Sis.